Welcome to the 5G podcast.
We're glad you're here.
We hope you enjoy our conversations about God, guns, games, goals, and gastronomy.
Now sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's episode.
So I was looking at the new set that's coming out for Magic.
Yep. And it's been, 2 weeks since we talked about the last set, so it's time for the new set.
That's true.
Keep kicking out the content.
I feel like we talk about Magic a lot on this podcast. It turned into the Magic podcast.
Apparently, yeah, we're not strictly Magic. Not supposed to be, but
we do a lot of it in our lives.
Yeah.
Especially right now because we have the new challenge.
Right, yeah, which we'll cover. But it's just, there's always something new to talk about.
Yeah, which maybe is their point, but anyway.
Yeah.
I was looking at the Wilds of Eldraine.
Wilds of
Eldraine card releases and just
spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. Yeah. I wasn't like analyzing them necessarily. I was just this is interesting.
Oh, new cards.
And I was looking at it, and I didn't realize, because new to Magic, right?
Sure.
That Eldraine, the plane of Eldraine or whatever, is literally just like fairy tale land.
Yeah.
It's like Gingerbread Man and Mother Goose and Red Riding Hood and the Three Little Pigs.
The first Eldraine, since this is our return to Eldraine, that had what's the word? The Beanstalk Giant and tons of other mythologies like that. Yeah.
And I didn't realize that until I saw the card called Mother Goose. And I thought it was a joke at first.
Yeah.
I thought they were just making it like someone had made a card. That
a custom card.
Yeah, that was Mother Goose. And then I read it, and then I was looking at it, I was like, oh no, this is a real card, and it's actually pretty legit.
Yeah,
it's a decent card.
Goose. The art's a little goofy, but
the art, because it's a Goose Hydra.
For whatever reason, Mother Goose had to have 8 heads.
Yeah, let me pull it up here.
Pull it up, Mother Goose.
Let me find it. Yeah. Mother Goose is it's a bird hydra, not a goose hydra.
Oh, right. Goose isn't a creature type, just
Yeah.
It's not as popular as donkeys, so.
We never followed up on that.
I thought we did.
I don't think we did.
Oh, dang.
We'll have to follow up on that in the next episode.
Yeah, really keep that cliff hanging.
Yeah. But that's freaking fantastic. But yeah, Mother Goose, or rather, it's not Mother Goose, it's the Goose Mother.
The Goose Mother. Maybe Mother Goose is trademarked.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But a legendary creature, Bird Hydra, X green-blue mana cost for a 2/2, but it's flying, and then the Goose Mother enters the battlefield with X1 counters on it. Classic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when the Goose Mother enters the battlefield, create half X food tokens rounded up.
Yeah.
So if X is 9, you make 5 food tokens.
Yeah. Yep.
And then, whenever the Mother Goose attacks, you may sacrifice a food and reap all of those benefits.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you do, you draw a card. And I was like, that's actually a pretty decent card.
It's not bad.
Maybe not a commander level card,
Mm-hmm.
or as your commander.
As your commander, but
throw that in. Any Hydra deck?
Yeah, because at the very least it plays into 1/1 counters, which Hydras do.
Yep.
And then you also get some food. It gains you some life. It's not bad. But even if you don't gain the life off the food, you're still drawing cards.
Yeah.
So.
And usually Hydra decks have a lot of, or 1/1 counter decks have a lot of ramp, and so your X can be bigger, obviously, right? And so, you make 4 food tokens that guarantees you 4, well, not guarantees necessarily because the card could die.
Yeah.
But 4 card draws, potentially.
Mm-hmm. Or life.
Or life.
For
free, basically.
It seems like a joke card, but it's actually, it's
actually
not bad.
Pretty decent.
And we saw just 2 sets ago already, it's been that long, Lord of the Rings, they did food in the white, black, green, and I think this is the first time we've seen food tokens in blue. So it's that's kind of if this was your commander and you wanted to build around food, that's at least new. That's different than before. You're it's always cool to see that when they give one color pairing kind of a different strategy, different style to try and see how you can make it work.
Sure.
So, food tokens. Not that gaining life is unique, but food tokens specifically. So,
how is How new is our food tokens?
They were in the first Eldraine,
Oh, okay.
which was 2017. Yeah, actually, that might have been when food
Okay.
tokens came. It
So
was
a
then.
little while ago, but
Hmm.
this is like this year is the first time I've ever heard
They've
of one.
really been pushing it with there was the Dungeons and Dragons set, and then Lord of the Rings, and then
Yeah,
now this one even more. They're really pushing it.
yeah. I mean,
I,
it's a cool token.
I think it was in a modern set last year as well. Modern Horizons
Yeah,
2 had a little bit of food.
and this is also the first year that I've really heard of like clue tokens.
Oh,
I feel
okay.
like clues aren't as popular. Like I've known treasure tokens for forever,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I feel like clue tokens are maybe not new, but like
No, yeah, clue tokens are fairly new. I don't know if it was the last return to Innistrad, which was only like 2019, but surely it's got to be older than that. Maybe back in Ravnica, I can look it up. The second return to Ravnica was like 2016 or something. We've been back to Ravnica a lot. That's why one of their new sets next year on the 3-year roadmap is like a Ravnica remastered. It's one of the most popular planes, so they're gonna re-release old cards and, in theory, make it like a catered to draft, so you can
oh
draft
cool.
like it's balanced around all 8 Ravnica sets they've done, 8 or 9.
Cool.
That might be kind of neat, but yeah, food and clue.
Yeah. And then the other one I found, I sent it to my wife because I thought it was hilarious.
So goofy.
Was
Maybe
the gingerbread man?
I might gotta probably gotta pull up this art because I mean that's just hilarious.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's the gingerbread man with a freaking meat fork as a sword or
Yeah.
lance, and then he's riding a gingerbread
A
horse.
gingerbread horse. Yep.
Yeah, he's Sir Ginger the Meal Ender.
There's like some grapes on the
Yeah,
side too.
and there's like some like either like cranberry jelly or like
Oh
wine
yeah,
like flying
for
off
the
of
blood.
the horse's hooves. It's pretty fantastic. But yeah, he's actually like he might not be a bad colorless commander,
Hmm.
like an artifact creature commander, because he is a legendary artifact creature,
Yes.
a food knight,
Food night.
which is kind of cool that they were able to make him a food.
Yeah, yeah, because he's an artifact food and then like a creature knight. So yeah, he
Mm-hmm.
gets both of those. I consider myself something of a food knight as well. So I relate to this guy.
This is true.
A food soldier. Maybe I haven't been promoted to food knight.
I'm more of a goblin, I think. Yeah, so Sir Ginger, the meal ender, has trample, hexproof, and haste as long as the opponent controls a planeswalker, which is like random.
It's kind of hard to build around, but if it happens, it's cool.
Yeah.
In Commander, that's more likely with 3 opponents.
Yeah.
So not a whole lot of build around there, I don't think, in colorless, but
No. But then, whenever another artifact you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on Sir Ginger and scry 1.
now that's good.
That's really good because food token, treasure token,
We were just
food
talking.
token.
Yep, all the artifact tokens are so easy to get into your graveyard.
Yeah.
Um, and we mentioned he's a 2 mana 3/1, so he's already got pretty good, pretty aggressive
Yep.
stats. You start adding the 1/1 counters on him.
Yep.
You scry 1, so you're getting good draws.
Yep.
There's in I don't know if you can do it in colorless, but artifacts in general have tons of good graveyard shenanigans where you can get like infinite recursion loops going.
Mm.
To double check if you can do it with just colorless cards, because I have it in one of my other decks, but it's a red, black, white artifact deck. But yeah, there's a couple cards. It's like, oh, when this card enters the battlefield, you get another artifact from your graveyard into play, and then you can sacrifice them again and get them back out, and weird loops like that. So if you do like an infinite loop, you have infinite +1/+1 counters on your guy. You scry 1, so you can like guarantee your next draws whatever you want. It's like a tutor. Swing and attack. If somebody has a planeswalker, he's got trample and hexproof and
Yeah.
haste.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Even if he's not your commander, if you have an artifact deck, like I mentioned, red, black, white, I think he can go in there because
Yeah, for sure.
he can be a big beater. He's also scrying, and then his very last ability
Yeah, it's
is what foods do.
yeah. You pay 2 and sack him, tap and sack him, which is whatever.
Yeah.
and then you gain life equal to its power, which is fantastic. Because
Yeah.
you just, if you're like, oh, I'm about to die, I need to sack all my foods. Well, it's like, okay, I'm gonna pay for all of my regular foods, which put a 1/1 counter on him.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna pay for him, which
And
is
then,
just the normal cost of a food.
then you get the bonus
And
life.
then you get the bonus life of freaking 7, 8.
Yeah.
You know, so you sack 8 food tokens, you got 8 life, and then you get another
8 life
11
from
on
him.
top.
Yeah, plus his 3.
Right. So
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Pretty alright.
He's fun. I like seeing them come out with colorless commanders like this because they've done poorly with colorless commanders in the past. I think this was before you started playing Magic. The tale of Golos.
No, I've never heard of him.
It's not a tale the Jedi would tell you. The tale of Golos, Tireless Pilgrim, I think is his name. He was a colorless commander. He's just an artifact golem dude. But his activated ability had all 5 colored pips in it.
Yeah.
Meaning, and they haven't done this since because they learned from their mistake. It was really easy to cast, and then you could just do whatever you wanted with the commander, which made him so ubiquitous in the format. You didn't have to run all 5 colors.
Yeah.
You probably wanted to because his ability just like friggin' it lets you ramp basically. No, sorry, his enter the battlefield lets you go get a land into play. And so another argument about that was it kind of halves the commander tax. Because commander tax, every time you recast them, it costs 2 more mana. Every time you cast them, you get a 1 free mana. So, and then his activated ability was just like, look at the top 3 cards of your library and play 1 for free or something dumb like that. Yeah, for like 7 mana, I think. 2 and then all 5 colors.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was dumb. It was a bad idea. So they since banned him in Commander, and that's why you don't ever see him anymore.
Yeah. Wow. And now he's probably like a 1-cent card because
yeah, I think so. He wasn't played in other formats, no.
Yeah.
So
too expensive to play in other formats, sure.
Yeah. So that's why I like seeing colorless commanders that are unique, they're interesting, and they're not overpowered.
And good, but not like broken.
Yeah, because being colorless should probably be a downside. The whole point of Magic is, you get to pick your colors, and in Commander, your whole deck has to be built around your commander's color. It's hard to build a colorless deck, and so the payoff shouldn't be obscene, but it should be something.
Yeah.
So I wanted to, since we were on a Wilds of Eldraine, talk about these 2 that I saw. The first one, again, it's kind of the fairy tale set. I don't know. I know Frozen didn't invent the like fairy tale myth of an ice queen, but this is clearly like Elsa from Frozen. Her name is Hilda of the Icy Crown.
Okay.
She's got the white ice dress or whatever. She does have a staff though, which is kind of nice. I feel like every witch should have the staff, not just like ice blasts.
That's fair.
That's a little too X-Men for me. Not fairy tale enough. But her ability, I mean, she's 2, a white and a blue for 3/4 human warlock, whatever. I think it's because they got rid of the witch typing, so they're all warlocks now.
They got rid of witches?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think they retconned them all to warlocks.
Really?
Just like they got rid of paladins, turned them all into knights.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But her ability, I don't know. She is a mythic, rare, legendary creature, but it just seems a little too easy. Like there's no build around. And I don't like when they release powerful commanders like this that are just, I don't know, they're not interesting. But people are going to build it because it's powerful.
It's good, yeah.
So it's just whenever you tap an untapped creature an opponent controls, you may pay 1, and then when you do, you get to choose 1, and there's 3 effects. You have a blue-white deck. Tapping other opponents' creatures is
super easy.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
No,
maybe like 10 years ago it was more difficult, but it's.
I think in my pre-con deck I have 4 cards that let me do it.
Yeah, like easily.
Like an enchantment, a creature, an artifact, and maybe another creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not.
I definitely have 2 creatures that let me do it.
Yeah, because it's the pair, the partners. Yeah. Yep. So keep that in mind. Whenever you tap an untapped creature an opponent controls, you may pay 1 for 1 additional mana for one of these following effects. You can scry 2, draw a card.
Okay, that's fair.
Draw a card. Scry 2 and draw a card for 1 mana. It's pretty good. Not bad. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. And the last one is create a 4/4 white and blue elemental creature token. There's no cap on how many times per turn, or sometimes they do the whenever you tap one or more creatures. This one is just no. Whenever you tap a creature. So if I tap, play a card that's tap all of my opponent's creatures.
Can you only pay the one per tapped creature?
Yes, per tapped creature you may pay one.
Okay. So it's not like you tap a creature and you pay 7 and you get 7 4/4s.
No, you can't do that. But again, if there's I'm sure there is. I haven't looked it up yet. If there's a card that's tap all your opponent's creatures,
there is. I'm sure of it.
Positive. It's not that hard to do in Magic. You just pay 1 per creature. You can get 4/4s first. Let's say they have 5 creatures. You get 3 4/4s and give them all +1/+1, and then you're like, and then I'll draw a card too. Why not?
+2/+2.
Yeah, or you already have a giant board from the turn before, so you just give them all +5/+5, and then you win.
Yeah. You've got 17 spirit tokens or something like that with flying.
It's just boring, but it's strong.
Yeah, it's really strong. I feel like there's some sort of infinite combo in there as well.
Maybe.
Where you can just get infinite 4/4s out.
Yeah, you need the mana, and then you need a tap and untap.
Oh, the mana is a thing. Yeah.
I think that's what they thought is the only limit on it is you have to pay 1 colorless mana, but there's ways to tap creatures that don't cost mana.
Well, no. So there's a what is it? I can't remember if it's a creature or an enchantment. No, it's a creature.
Mm-hmm.
That
you tap 2 of your spirits.
No, there's that where you tap 2 spirits
to tap another creature
and tap an opponent's creature of your choice. There's also one that at the beginning of combat on your turn,
you just tap
a creature for free.
Yeah, no, it's beginning of every combat. I'm pretty sure
it is. Yeah, beginning of every combat.
4 times every turn cycle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she's in white blue.
White blue. Yep. Which have been tapping creatures has been a common effect in white blue for some time. So it's on flavor. I don't hate the card.
It seems really powerful. It seems way too powerful.
It does seem too powerful. Yeah.
I feel like there's a bit of power creep going on.
Yeah, even though this is a standard set, so it's low power, air quotes.
I feel like that's going to be,
Yeah. Yeah.
Rough.
Hilda, Elsa of the Icy Crown.
I already have a white blue deck.
Yeah. Maybe just throw her in there.
She wouldn't be bad in the deck.
No, yeah, she's not a spirit per se, but
I got some humans and stuff in that deck anyway. It's
that help with the synergy.
Do you have Kami in that deck, or is that in my?
Yeah, he's in that deck because that's a spirit.
Yeah.
Throw
Kami in every.
Right. Yeah. More card draw, or that one enchantment I played the other day. It's 3 mana, so I think that's the same as Kami for the same effect, basically.
Kami's 2 mana.
He's 2 mana. Oh, even better.
Pretty sure he's 2 mana.
The enchantment I played is Dictate a Crewfix. It's 3 mana, but it has flash. So the sneaky thing you can do with that is wait. Wait until it's almost your turn and then play.
Yeah, that's the thing with Kami is I play him and then I don't get the payoff.
Everybody else gets an extra card.
But everyone's kind of
nobody's gonna kill him
because if he's my only blocker up and someone swings at me, it's you don't get the card draw next turn. So it's political.
It can
more than an enchantment, kind of.
Yeah, he might randomly die to just a creature-based board wipe.
Yeah,
and in theory, enchantments are harder to remove. But
yeah.
Anyway, the last one I want to talk about that I did think was kind of interesting that I think can be powerful, but really only in Commander. So I'm okay with this. It's not gonna how do I describe it being different? You can build this Commander powerfully, but it's not inherently powerful. It's not easy to do.
Sure.
I almost think it could be CEDH level, competitive EDH, competitive Commander, and I'm actually building a little list for it. I'm not done with it yet, of just some ideas I had. So this one is called Rowan Scion of War. It's 1 black and a red for 4/2 Menace, human wizard. This is the first time we've seen random Magic story tidbit. In the last story set, they desparked all the planeswalkers or most of the planeswalkers. So this character used to be a planeswalker, but now it's just a creature. So This is the first time we've seen the effects of this in the Magic universe. But her ability's pretty sick. You just tap, and then spells you cast this turn that are black and or red cost X less to cast, where X is the amount of life you lost this turn. Activate only as a sorcery.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, so and that's it. It's just a 4/2 with menace with that tap ability. So there's like in standard, I don't think that's going to be very good. And just like an average commander deck, like maybe if she's in the 99 or as the commander, it would be okay. But I think you can build around. Haven't like tested it or anything yet. But there's a lot of ways to just like make yourself lose life in commander,
especially in black.
Especially in black. So if I say I decide to, after she's out and I'm able to tap her, if I decide to like lose 39 life, just pay 39 life into something random, some other dumb card, and I tap it, and then I can cast a Exsanguinate, which is X black and a black. So I make X 39 because I make it 39 cheaper, and it's each opponent loses X life and you gain X life.
Oh, come on.
So this seems pretty good. This seems pretty strong.
Seems great.
Yeah. So I was looking up like what are all of the X black spells that I can throw in here commonly. I think more common than red. Red has like 5, I think.
Yeah, red has like Exocrine cannons.
Oh yeah.
From the
yeah, so it's got like some board wipe
and stuff like that.
So you could definitely throw those in as like, in case I just need a board wipe, I'm not going for a game-winning combo. But Exsanguinate is one that came to mind, and then Torment of Hailfire is another really popular black X spell that's a finisher, if you've seen that one. Again, it's X, black, and it's each opponent either sacrifices a non-land permanent, discards a card, or loses 3 life, and they repeat that X times.
Whoa.
Yeah. So that one can win the game, but if somebody's got like 20 tokens out, they might just sacrifice all their tokens first. But the idea is like they're always going to discard cards or sacrifice non-land permanents before losing the 3 life each time. But then
it's an effective board wipe.
Yeah.
You lose the game.
Yeah, or you lose the game. Once you don't have any choices left, you have to lose 3 life. So if X is 39, you're probably dead. So
yeah,
that seemed cool. From the new set is like CEDH maybe.
Yeah. That would be cool.
So I think they're a little over halfway through spoiling the set, or maybe they're almost done by now, but
I'm not from what I've seen so far, they've had some poor choices like the Ice Queen or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's not like a bad card.
No. And some of the other commanders, like a lot of commander players I see online is like, these cards are so bad, and I'm like, it's a standard set, so they're trying to balance it.
I mean, I don't know.
Some of the uncommon legendaries, kind of bad, but
no,
it's because like in theory you're gonna play that like in your draft deck, which is low power. So
yeah. I've been disappointed with their previous set lists.
Oh yes,
and like the Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah,
I didn't feel like there was anything that was amazing with that. I mean, there were some good cards, right? But like, overall, but this one I'm like, for a non like premium product or whatever, it's like, yeah, it's all right.
Seems fine. I think they're spoiling the commander deck lists, the precons this week, and there's 2 of them. I think they already did the commanders, and I wasn't super impressed. One is like fairies, and the other one's humans or something. I don't know.
Creature type?
Yeah.
Oh.
Blue, black fairies.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Very cool.
All right. Yeah. Moving on to.
Let's we gotta talk about our what is it even called? Our deck building challenge.
Our deck building challenge.
Yeah. We as a friend group, is there 6 of us?
6, yeah.
6 of us have decided to do a deck building challenge, and we were throwing out ideas. We were like, ideas. Like, do we want to do like we proxy like the most powerful deck we can think of? And then we were like, well, that's not going to be very fun because everyone's just going to throw all the great stuff in there, and then it's going to be like a 3-turn game.
Yeah, it's just like random chance at that point, like who
Yeah.
draws the perfect hand.
Exactly. And then we were like, oh well, what if we did like chess clock?
Yeah, BDH.
CDH.
Patented by Trevor. I take that one.
Yeah, that was a new idea.
Chess clock.
And then there was, like the small support tribal stuff.
Yeah, just goofy, like
goofy tribal
crocodile deck.
Yeah. We found a bunch of ideas.
Trilobite is a new one I found out this week.
Really?
There's 4 trilobites in the game.
Well, like the donkeys.
Yeah, like the donkeys.
Yeah. There's 6 of them.
There's 6 donkeys.
And none of them are useful.
Nope, no, they're all bad.
You get 1.5 counters. or power and toughness.
Power and toughness 1.5.
Yeah. And so we were trying to figure out, what the budget was going to be, because we don't want to spend like tons of money on this.
Yeah.
We were like, do we want to do like $100 deck or $75? And we ultimately ended on a $50 deck limit minus your commander and basic lands.
Yeah.
Right. And so it probably puts it at roughly a $60 deck,
give or take. Yeah.
Depending on the price of your commander.
Right.
But
which is pretty budget.
Yeah, but what we decided was I'll let you
sure
describe how we figured what we decided to do.
Yeah, we were playing Magic, and just shooting the shiz as the turns are passing, and then you just blurt out this idea, and as we're all thinking about it more, wait, it's actually a good idea. We thought it was a joke. It's just it's funny.
First of all, I didn't mean it as a joke. It was a legitimate idea.
But it just
would that even work?
But it was just the environment. We were all just kind of happy, just having a good time, drinking our Mountain Dew, getting wasted, and then partially inebriated, and then so yeah, you have the idea. We all build a deck that's the same color combination, right? Yeah. The same. Not the same commander, but we picked the same colors. So, and then we eventually decided on Jund, black, red, green. But you build a deck however you want with the $50 budget. You pick a commander. We all pick different commanders because at the start of the game, you'll shuffle your deck and pass away half your deck to the player to your right, and then you get another half of a deck from somebody else and shuffle together, and then play the game like that. And you have different colored sleeves, everybody, so that you can make sure you get all your cards back at the end. But it sounded really fun. We call it a big old switcheroo. Yeah.
So what's going to be fun is when you shuffle your deck, you'll be able to shuffle, but you don't know what the other person has built necessarily.
No, that it's the same color, so it'll work. Yeah. We're still following all the rules of Commander.
But it's going to be really fun to have your deck. And you're drawing cards, and you're like, "That is not my card."
That's not my card. I hope this card helps me.
And it's going to be either really good because same color scheme, or just a non-go,
not related at all to what you're doing. Yeah,
because you're doing
Saprolings,
ostensibly.
I think by the time this one publishes, maybe the cat will already be out of the bag. But I'm doing I'll let you in on the secret. I'm doing a straight up combo deck. I can't not. I always build combo decks. Sure. So it's it uses the graveyard for recursion, but it also gets me infinite mana.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Found a way to get infinite treasure tokens on a budget.
Really?
Yeah.
You have to share with me.
It's a little tough. Again, it's 4 cards, but one of them's my commander, so it's really easy to get. And my commander and one of the cards just have to be in my graveyard, so it's not like I need all 4 pieces out right now and activate it.
You can kind of slow burn it.
Slowly set up, and nobody might see it coming, but it's just a sack outlet. My commander, who Slimefoot and Squee, is relatively new, but I can pay 4 mana to get him and one other creature out of my graveyard and onto the battlefield. And so then I need a creature with at least 8 power, but 9 power is ideal. Because then there's another dumb card that when he enters the battlefield, I think, you can sacrifice another creature and you make treasure tokens equal to that creature's power. So if I have a 9 power creature, 8 power, let's say, My commander's ability costs 4 to activate. So it's a weird like double loop where I end up activating my commander's ability twice to get out the ETB guy that makes the treasure and the 8 or higher power creature multiple times. So if it's 9 power, I can get an extra treasure token every time I do the loop. After you have infinite mana, I mean, the world's your burrito. So, or maybe my sack outlet is the win con, like it mills you when I sacrifice a creature. So things like that, like straight up combo deck, which again
it's gonna be difficult because we're giving half our deck away.
I'm giving half the deck away, so I tried to throw in lots of extra little combos, but that's the best one that the deck is built around. So it would be unfortunate if I pass away the one guy that makes the treasure tokens. He's the best piece of that combo because the other one's my commander. I have multiple sack outlets and I have multiple 9 power creatures.
Your high mana power or high mana curve.
Yeah, relatively, but my idea, not so much. I only have like 5 or 6, but I can always chuck them into the graveyard and at the very least just bring them back with my commander.
Sure.
For 4 mana.
That's
like,
very fair.
Like your ninjutsu deck.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Cheats out big guys for 4 mana. So, so I can at least function normally, I think. There's some other like minor little combos that are like.
And you have green, so ramp.
So I can ramp. That's why I tried to pick 9 power or higher creatures that weren't like terrible if I had to actually use them instead of comboing. There was even like 1 or 2 good ones that were like 7 mana. I was like, you guys aren't gonna make the cut. I kind of need the dual purpose here.
Not gonna lie, I thought about putting a Spore Assist in my deck.
Yeah, your new favorite card from the Tyranids deck.
Oh, it's so good. But I couldn't get the double payoff from it, so
sure.
Like, well.
Is it as good?
Yeah, but
yeah, straight up combo deck. It'll be fun.
I'm doing. I have 1 combo in my deck.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's a 2-card combo. Well, 3-card combo with my commander.
With your commander, that's easy. It's nice.
So, and it's 2 creatures. And one of them just has to die, which I have a lot of. My deck. I'm doing a Sekuar the Death Keeper.
Sekuar.
He's I don't remember what he did, like all of his stats or whatever.
It's not important.
No, I don't. He's like I think he's like 6 mana.
5.
5 is he 2, and then the 3 colors?
2 red, green, black.
But whenever a creature I control dies, or I think it leaves the battlefield.
It's whenever a non-token dies, leaves the battlefield.
Leaves the battlefield, I think.
You get another guy.
I get a 3/1 something.
Something an orc? I don't know.
No, it's not an orc. It's like a. I don't remember what it is.
It's a 3/1 something.
It's a 3/1 something with haste.
With haste is the important part too. Yeah.
And that's its ability.
That's it.
And so I have a lot of low mana creatures that give me stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of sack out.
Yep. Sacrifice your dudes to get more dudes and stronger dudes.
So then my infinite combo is what's the one guy's name? Shoot. There's Grumgully the Generous.
Yes, and then Redcap Troll, Redcap Marauder,
something like that.
He's got Persist.
Yeah, he's got Persist.
Keyword that matters.
When he dies, he does 1 damage to
any target.
Any target.
Yeah.
And then so I don't actually have to have my commander out.
No, it's just those 2 guys, right?
But with my commander, I can do 1 damage because if someone like Teferi's Protections.
Oh yes,
something like that, where it's like get rid of all damage this turn or something like that, right? Then it's like, okay, well, my guys don't do damage, but
you still
I still get 17 trillion
3/1s.
3/1s.
Yeah.
Right. And they all have haste, and so if I do it before my turn, I just swing.
You can just attack.
And so.
Yeah, the Persist works well with the Grumgully because Persist, it's like if the creature dies, he comes back to life with the -1/-1 counter, and then Grumgully will put the +1/+1 counter on him when he enters.
Yeah.
So you can just sacrifice him.
And I actually have an enchantment in there that is similar, where the creature comes in with a 1/1 counter.
Oh yeah, okay.
Just like in my
so he can replace Grumgully.
Deck. Yeah, it's the
Rhythm of the Wilds.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think I put that in.
Nice.
I'm still, I'm just proxying all my cards for the
For now.
challenge because I think we're doing it tonight, right?
I think so. Yeah.
But
If we can, yeah.
I'm just gonna print them all out and put them all behind the cards.
Nice.
I'm a couple dollars over budget, so I need to change out a card.
Mm.
I'm like at $53 or something like that.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh wait, that is with my commander though.
Oh yeah, yes. So
maybe I'm not, but I'm only at
And you make sure you took the basic lands out as well.
Well, I don't even have them in the.
Oh, gotcha. On the list, yeah.
Yeah. But I don't have my commander's in there, so maybe I am in the budget.
Nice, yeah. You gotta take a look.
I don't know, but I'm not at very many cards. Is the problem.
Oh yeah.
Well, I need a few more. I need more creatures. I think.
Gotcha. Maybe we can take a look after this. I can help out.
Yeah, maybe,
fill out the deck.
Yeah, maybe I'll shoot it to you on Discord.
Oh sure, yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
Needless to say, we'll probably do a review on that in a week or two.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I've never heard that idea, and I troll the Magic Commander Reddits pretty frequently to see like people's ideas. I've never heard this one professed, mostly because Magic players in general they don't like to give away their cards to other players with their greasy fingers.
We're all we're a relatively clean group.
Yeah, I know, right? And it's you still get your sleeves back. I don't know. Half of us are using proxies anyway, just to have fun for the challenge. So it sounds fun to switch decks. Every game will be different, but then if you want, after we're done like doing the challenge, you can just play your deck normally as well. Like that was a big factor.
Yeah, that was the point of it because a few of us were like, well, I don't want to like spend $50 just for like a 1-off, 3-off challenge.
Yeah,
right?
for goat tribal deck.
Yeah, it's like
it's just gonna be bad in normal commander.
Bad.
It's good. That was on the script actually, right behind the camera.
I read that off the teleprompter.
I forgot to read that, so thanks.
I got your line for you.
That was good. That was good.
No, but yeah, we were like, we don't want to I don't want to make the donkey tribal deck.
No,
it would be hilarious.
Would be funny, like once or twice against other bad decks.
Yeah.
But playing against like a normal commander deck, you just
not fun.
Yeah.
So that was one of the main factors. We were like, we want it to be like a feasible deck.
Yeah, build whatever deck you want in these colors.
Yeah.
And then we'll play them together.
The interesting thing was that we all had to choose a different commander, right?
Yeah, we wanted
so we all had to make
variability.
sure we were choosing a different commander because there's not that many colors in a
Jund,
or there's not many
commanders
worthy creatures.
Yes.
Jund.
Yeah.
You know. And we also decided that partners are not allowed.
Yeah.
And there's like 1 or 2 partner sets.
That would like maybe be because I have a Jund deck that is partners normally, yeah. But I kind of did I joked before the challenge. I was like, I already have a Jund deck, but I'd be okay with doing Jund again because that's like such a great color combination. And I was like, maybe I'll do like a normal Jund deck this time because my other Jund deck is Planeswalkers.
Oh.
Which I think, as I mentioned a week or two ago, is not a strong strategy in Commander, really.
No.
But that deck seems to work pretty good. I put a lot of love into crafting that one, so I enjoy that. But then I thought I'd do a normal Jund theme this time, and then I just built a combo deck. I build a combo deck in every color I do. I can't avoid it, so
it just works so well.
It just works, yeah. So I was like, that's good enough. It's at least Jund the themed combo. I'm sacrificing creatures. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm. This will be my first deck that actually has. Oh no, my Tyrannus deck has an infinite combo.
Oh yeah, so that's true because you put that card in there.
I put all will be one in there.
Yeah.
I changed that, but this will be the one that I crafted that has an infinite.
There you go. Yeah.
Not gonna be a good deck.
Well, I mean, if it's if you're building a combo deck, it's hard unless you have tutors, really, to up the consistency.
Yeah.
Since it's a singleton format, you can only have one card of each, no duplicates. So it's like I found a couple budget tutors that work. Diabolic tutors, like a quarter. But when we're done with the challenge and we're having our fun times with the switcheroo, the balance to switcheroo, then we might say, all right, you can scrap your deck, you can upgrade it, you can do whatever you want to it now.
Well, what's going to be fun is that because we're all going to have these decks for the foreseeable future, we can also just do the switcheroo whenever we want.
Whenever we want, yeah.
Hey guys, you want to play switcheroo format of Commander?
Yeah. Hey, how about the next game? We do switcheroo. Everybody got their Jund deck? Yeah, sure.
It'll be fun.
It will, yeah.
And then after the challenge, because this is like the budget challenge as well, everyone will be able to see like, oh, you put like a $16 card in this.
That's a little bit different.
Yeah.
A little bit better now.
Which would be cool.
Yeah, that'll be exciting, I think. Should be fun.
Cool. What else you got for me?
Yeah,
What was our next thing?
do you want to do our current events or onto
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I just kind of wanted to.
We'll break up the nerd stuff.
There's none of that.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you what you thought about the, well, all right. Rewind.
Follow the script. Come on, man.
Yeah. A new song. Just no. There's this song that has taken the internet by storm.
Oh, yeah.
And I have seen it everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everyone is talking
I've seen
about
people
it.
reacting to it.
Hundreds of people
and random people. There's political people reacting to it, but then there's just like normal YouTube
like
people.
Streamers and stuff like that react. Yeah.
Yeah. It's all over the place.
And it's the song Rich Men North of Richmond.
Richmond North of Richmond.
And it's by this no name.
No name.
Like, this is like, he just likes to make songs for fun and just put them on YouTube, and he had like 200 subscribers or something like that.
Yeah. It's like he recorded songs on his iPhone out in the woods with his dogs.
Right next to his hunting stand.
Yeah.
It's like.
But then this one, I don't remember the whole background, but somebody just like offered like, hey, we'll actually like record your song on like a real camera, a real microphone, and release it for you on like their platform. So I think that helped to get a little bit of the outreach.
Yeah, but it went viral.
Yeah, no, it definitely exploded.
And it's a good song.
It's good.
It's like, it's not like, musically it's great, but like it's not like my favorite type of music.
It's a little bluegrassy, right?
A little blue, and I don't mind that type very much. You know, it's not my favorite though.
Yeah, sure.
I prefer the Western country rather than the Eastern and Southeastern country.
Yeah, I think you've told me that before. That makes a lot of sense.
You know, the Wyoming, Montana, Arizona, Idaho, Utah.
Because we're cowboys, like John Wayne.
You know, we're from
Arizona represent.
Yeah. We both have boots, you know.
Yeah. We're urban cowboys.
My family owns a ranch.
I've been to a ranch. I've branded a cow before.
It's better than most city folk.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
We both grew up in city. Yeah, suburb of the city. But
yeah.
Anyway, I digress.
Off topic.
This guy, you know, song about kind of how crappy life is.
Yeah, really. He's just expressing his frustrations with politics, the government, everything, just as a normal guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's part of the reason it went viral, but I'm assuming it's just because everybody can relate to the song.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be strictly right-leaning.
I don't think it is at all.
It isn't. People are kind of interpreting it that way, but I don't think that was the intent at all. Like,
no, zero chance. No, I don't think so.
He calls out the rich men north of Richmond, which is Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
So he calls out politicians in general. But again, I don't think that's that like what's the word? One-sided, that political.
No. I think everyone in the country is like, yeah, at least 50% of the politicians suck.
Yeah.
Most of us are like, yeah, at least like 90% of the politicians suck. And then there's like people, you know, some people who are like, yeah, 100% of the politicians suck.
You're somewhere in that range, greater than 50.
Yeah.
Like,
everyone believes that greater than 50% of politicians suck.
Yeah, and it's my opinion, and I don't know what percentage to throw on it, but I know a lot of people agree with this, is that politicians don't have your best interest at heart. I don't know anyone who thinks they do. That's obviously the point of like, oh, elected by the people for the people. No, maybe your local politicians generally do.
Yeah, like your mayor or something.
Sure, but like at the federal level, they do.
The rich men north of Richmond.
The rich men north of Richmond do not have your best interest at heart. They don't care about you. Like,
and you know what proves that? Here, we'll bring another current event in.
Sure, yeah.
Is the fires in Hawaii?
Oh yes, yeah.
Like how much money they have sent to that to help that. And it's pretty sad. It's pretty pathetic.
It's terrible. Like it's hearing the news about it. It's sad. The death count basically went up every day this week, which sucked to see. And then even more people missing and tons of people displaced. on Maui. And then we hear rolling out from the current presidential administration, $700 per household in Maui that was affected.
Yeah. Which we've given enough money to Ukraine to give every Ukrainian $700.
Every single Ukrainian $700,
yeah,
and it's like we're just like, here's a little bit, Hawaii.
Yeah.
Good luck. What is $700 going to do? And you brought up an interesting point the other night.
Yeah, a gallon of milk in Hawaii, and this is not hyperbole.
No, yeah, this blew my mind.
This is not hyperbole. This is coming from my mom,
mm-hmm.
who was my parents just went there beginning of this year for my dad's 60th birthday.
Nice, yeah.
Like a gallon of milk, which for us is what?
$3?
4 maybe?
Maybe. I'd try to look for the sales on 3. Like
$4.
Sure.
Let's call it 4.
We'll say 4. High average.
If you're getting like fancy milk, maybe 6.
Yeah.
Right? A gallon of normal milk in Hawaii is $12.
Jeez. Dude, at that point, like
$12.
It's liquid gold.
And that's 3 times as much as a gallon of milk for us.
Just for, like, everybody needs milk. That's why it's such a standard of measurement to like compare. Like, gallon of milk, $12.
It's crazy. Can you imagine? Like, and like, what is the price of meat and cheese and like staple foods?
Yeah.
You know? It's like, yeah, they can grow pineapples there or whatever.
Yeah, there's some stuff local, but citrus grows like we have here all over the place.
Yeah.
So citrus is cheap. Potato farms in Idaho or whatever. Like, what does Hawaii have? Nothing. They have to ship everything.
Sugarcane and pigs.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like
pork is probably pretty good price, I guess. Maybe.
I have no clue.
But
like it's just like,
so cost of living is extremely high there. $700 per household.
Yeah, it's like a week and a half, 2 weeks worth of groceries. Probably.
That's not going to help at all for replacing their burned down homes and cars and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
and family members.
Yeah, also that. Yeah, it's a little.
Well, and I saw this crazy thing where people were like gathering food and water and supplies to bring into that area.
Oh, okay,
and they were trying to drive in, and the military set up a blockade
to stop them.
To stop them from driving in and helping people.
Mm-hmm. I saw that. Yeah,
and I was like, "What the heck?"
I almost. It's like, I don't want to dive too deep into conspiracy theories on that one, but
there's a lot.
I was like, this isn't the podcast for that, but
no, I've heard a lot of conspiracy theories about it, but I don't know if I believe the conspiracy theories about it.
I don't really either.
But it's just kind of sad, like that.
That's the part that I think we can all agree on is the response, and it's just has not been good.
I don't understand how it can be like political at all.
Yeah.
Like, if any president or any administration did this, it'd be like, why are we not, like, the island is on fire.
Mm-hmm. And it was on fire for a while.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not saying I hate Ukraine, but like Hawaii, that there are people like that's
literally a part of the country.
That's Americans, dying.
It's like,
and we're not even helping them. Like, here's $700, buy some milk. It's terrible.
It's kind of like a slap in the face.
It is.
And not just to the Hawaiians who like obviously feel bad for,
mm-hmm.
and like it's a really crappy situation, but like to all Americans, who are looking at this and being like, why is our government, who should be like ostensibly responsible for taking care of us,
it's in the Constitution,
or not maybe taking care of us, but protecting us and providing support when necessary when natural disasters hit. That's kind of the role of government.
It's I might get blasted because I forget the exact quote in the Constitution, but provide for the common welfare of the people. Something about defense. There's
provide for the
common defense of the people, and there's something about the well-being, or there's 2 lines in there that would relate
general welfare.
Promote the general welfare. There's 2 lines in there.
Song in my head.
Thanks. Yeah, nice. That should define exactly how the government should respond in a situation like this. They should have helped fight the fire, do something, because that burned for a while. And then
it's still going.
And then the emergency response afterwards has just been terrible.
Yeah, it's been, and if they had done nothing, or if they had done so little, in general, it would have been like, hey, they could have done more. Come on, but at the same time, they're sending billions of dollars to Ukraine.
It's just the juxtaposition of the two things.
Yeah, that's the big swing and a miss for me.
Yeah,
is when you compare the two.
Yeah,
like if it was one, it's like okay, whatever.
Outline, what's the word? Yeah, outstanding event like by itself.
It's like yeah, it's kind of a crappy situation, and government maybe could have done more, but with the juxtaposition of the sending so much money to Ukraine, it's like crap.
Yeah,
like come on, man.
You got to take care of your own first. Every country does. Like,
I mean, we'll bring in the God aspect of our podcast.
Sure, absolutely.
Because like, you're supposed to. There's the idea that you're supposed to take care of your neighbor, your
fellow man, yeah.
And you kind of need to start with your closest neighbor, and then you can move out to your furthest neighbors.
I would say so.
Right?
Yeah. There's not much.
Everyone has a close neighbor.
Yeah.
Right. Like you and I, we would be considered close neighbors because we're such good friends, right? And so, I would do anything for you, and if someone else on the side of the road needs my help, I would help them. But if they like some random person called me, and it's like, who are you? Like, and especially if it's like, oh, Trevor needs help tonight, or random person on the side of the road needs help. It's like, Trevor's in the hospital, random person on the side of the road needs help with their car.
You gotta pick your battles. Because you can't help everyone. That's just not physically possible. No. But yeah, you do have a responsibility to help who you can.
Yeah.
Certainly, as a Christian, I think that's very important. But yeah, it's like I can't help anybody in Ukraine. I guess technically I'd pay taxes and that wouldn't help Ukraine, but I would rather my taxes go to help my fellow American first. Absolutely. I feel like, because that's really the only thing I feel like I can do. I mean, I'm not in Hawaii. Those people in Hawaii trying to bring emergency supplies were trying to do a good thing, and they just get shut down. They just get denied. So
yeah, and there is the chance that we're just stupid and don't know the whole situation.
Yes,
but
maybe.
I can't. If that's the case, then the Biden administration needs to get a better PR team.
Sure. Yeah.
Because and someone needs to spread better news about, or like explain why they're not allowing people to go give them food.
It's like, oh, the food was expired. I don't know. Like
at least an excuse.
Yeah, something.
Anyway.
Yeah.
That can be our random.
That's our serious.
Yeah. Good. What I don't know.
I don't know. That was a topic.
It was a topic. We got there from the Richmond, North of Richmond song, which is good.
It's good. Give it a listen.
Yeah, it's not bad. The guy is like super humble.
Yeah.
He I saw a little video he put out. He was like, "Yeah, this is kind of a one-off thing. I didn't plan on being a musician. Like I like playing music, and if it like turns into something eventually, like cool. He's a super humble guy.
I like the one that wasn't as viral, but was also circulating around. It was like his first live performance was like 4 days after the song came out.
Yeah.
And he read a Bible verse before he sang the song for all these people out there waiting, like a little mini concert.
Yeah.
And he was tearing up, written verse. It's like, hey guys, I just want to read this. It's really important to me. That's really cool. That's respectful.
Yeah. I saw that. It was really, really neat.
He's just a down to earth, normal guy.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway.
There's that. Next topic I wanted to hear, because I've heard some rumblings about it. Star Wars.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. Moving on to the next topic. That's
Steven's reactions again.
That's all I needed to know.
Can I roll my eyes further back in my head?
Just because there's tons of Star Wars stuff in the works, and I think some of it's coming out soon.
Yeah, the Ahsoka show is coming out at the end of this month, I think.
Okay. There's that one. They had The Acolyte.
Yeah.
mentioned, and a couple other ones that were
Mando season 4 eventually.
Yeah, Boba Fett season 2 eventually.
I don't think they're doing another one of those.
Oh, okay,
I don't know that though.
I don't remember. They had one or two other like one-offs, like new shows that were mentioned. I think.
Yeah.
So I was curious. He's already shaking his head. If you're just done with all this new content, are you done with Star Wars, or is there anything that you would maybe not be excited about, but would at least watch?
Here's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I love Star Wars.
Preface that with yes.
Star Wars is like my first foray into nerddom.
Mm-hmm.
I've loved it since I was a kid. I had tons of the Lego sets.
Yep.
I mean I can quote the movies almost word for word.
Yeah.
Like the entire way through.
Not just the memes.
No, not just the memes. Like the entire movies. Maybe not the entire movie, but like
almost.
I mean, I love the original trilogy 4, 5, and 6. I enjoy the prequel trilogy.
Prequel, yeah.
I think they're fine movies. I'm not claiming that they're like cinema masterpieces.
Yeah.
Right? They're not movie masterpieces by any means, but they are good movies for like their target audience.
Mm-hmm.
And they do a great job at world building and explaining everything that happens. And I mean, I'm a fan of Star Wars. And then they had the Star Wars, the Clone Wars animated TV show, which was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing. I've watched that show like 3 times, all 7 seasons.
Yeah, dang.
Like, I love that show. And then when they started announcing, and then Disney bought Star Wars.
And then Disney bought. That's another point in the timeline.
The movies that they made were bad.
I think it's safe to say bad.
Yeah.
That's not even an opinion. That's just fact.
I mean, the storyline was mediocre.
Yeah.
The overarching storyline ruined the plot of the first 6 movies.
Mm-hmm. Anything that was good for the fans from before, like the world building and the lightsaber duels and all that, was not good.
Well, it turned into lightsaber duels, which were like actually like based on real life swordplay. Into I'm going to swing this massive battle axe at you.
Baseball bat?
Yeah, it turned into like freaking 2 Giuseppes going at it in the new back streets of New York or something.
Yeah. It was weird.
And it just seemed like they didn't respect Star Wars necessarily.
Yeah. I don't want to attribute that, malice of
But I mean, I wasn't devastated by the movies, right? Like,
just not my Star Wars and move on.
Yeah, it was fine, and some people like them, and that's fine. I don't like disagree with people when they say, "Oh, I like 7," and like their favorite. I'm like, I think you're wrong, but whatever, right?
Yeah.
But what I really anyway, the timeline progresses, and they do these TV shows, and at first the TV shows are great.
Yeah.
Like they had the
Disney Plus started with Mandalorian season 1.
Yeah, and Mandalorian season 1 was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
It was pretty good. And then you had like the Bad Batch.
Oh, yeah. I didn't finish that one actually, but yeah, that was good.
A really good one as well. Ryan and I watched it together, and we really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to drink the water to get rid of the cough, but we had a little cough right here.
Oh, sure.
But maybe a cough drop. Maybe a cough drop. Anyway,
lately.
So they had some good TV shows, The Bad Batch, and then they started going kind of downhill with some of their other TV shows. Ryan and I stopped watching some of their Marvel TV shows.
Yeah, same.
Just because they're kind of meh. And then I was super excited for Book of Boba.
Yeah. Which I think we mentioned briefly as well that you were not. Was that last week's? I think so.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But Book of Boba was probably the movie or TV show, the piece of cinema
Mm-hmm.
that I had been the most excited for in a long time.
Yeah.
Because Boba Fett was my favorite Star Wars character.
Mm-hmm. He gets his own
And
TV show.
I was super pumped because I knew his backstory and
Mm-hmm.
like that he lived through the Sarlacc. Like I had read
Yeah.
those comics and I knew everything about that, right?
Right.
And let me tell you, the first 3 episodes where they're telling that story
Mm-hmm.
was awesome. It was so good.
Yeah.
And then from there they just ruined it.
You butchered him.
Just absolutely played it alive and made it into what I would consider one of the worst TV shows ever made.
Jeez.
Like they brought in like the freaking Powerpuff Girls or whatever the
Saw that, yeah.
Power Rangers,
They were color coordinated. Yep.
which like, and then they brought the Mandalorian in, and it was really just the Mandalorian season 2.5 at the end
Yes.
of the show.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Mandalorian solved all his problems.
Come on, man. And then Boba Fett was just a little bit the entire time.
He just wasn't doing anything.
I felt like such a waste of time to watch that show. And I was so pumped because the first 3 episodes were so good.
So you kept watching just to put up with it.
I did, and I finished the show because I thought maybe they'll redeem it.
Maybe it'll get better.
In the last episode, I literally, the last episode ended, and I literally turned to Ryan and I was like, I am so mad right now. I was actually angry.
Angry.
About how that show ended.
Mm-hmm.
I was so pissed. And it's just so sad because it's such
Yeah.
a good story. But, you know, it kind of is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's done now.
And, like, it's just like, so after that,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of swore off Star Wars TV shows.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I saw like the first episode of Kenobi.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about Kenobi even. I watched Kenobi. It was bad.
Such a bad show.
I didn't watch Boba Fett, but I watched Kenobi. Because Kenobi is like the character I like, that I associated more with.
He's also a great character.
It's great character, and they just
the way that they did it. Yeah, I think I watched the first 2 episodes, and I was like, I'm not watching this.
No, it wasn't.
And from then on, I haven't watched anything. I haven't seen the new season of The Mandalorian.
No, I think I saw an episode or 2 of that, and then I just forgot about it. So
I haven't seen like any of the other stuff that the Andor or any of that stuff.
Oh yeah, there's 1 or 2 reviewers I've seen online that were like, Andor was good, but it's a shame it came out after so much bad things. Because I saw an episode of Andor, I was like, this is boring. I couldn't do it.
I've seen 1 clip that looked cool, and I was like, maybe.
Yeah.
But like Ahsoka, and they canceled their good show, the Bad Batch.
Oh,
they canceled it.
Really? It's not getting a season 2?
Nope.
Dang.
They're not.
I thought it was.
And I was like, for what? Like, yeah. And so I've just sworn off Star Wars. I honestly think that Disney is sinking it faster than the Titanic.
Yeah, which took 20 hours or something.
Was it that long?
I think so, yeah.
I thought it was less than that. That was like 10 hours.
Huh. But anyway, it's sinking.
What was the submarine that went down there?
The Titan.
Titan submersible?
Titan, I think so, yeah. Ocean Gate was the name of the company?
Yeah.
Maybe? Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I think they're
It's bad. So
that super quick.
Not gonna watch any of the new stuff.
No.
Even I heard like the Acolyte was supposed to be like the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Which would maybe be cool to see.
It would.
My follow-up question was gonna be your favorite piece of Star Wars media, TV show or movie or anything from your childhood. Because that's Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, the video game, is mine.
See, I didn't ever play many of the video games.
Gotcha.
Because I didn't grow up with
You didn't have the video games. Yeah, I know for a lot of people it's probably Star Wars Battlefront 2. Like, back in the day was sick. But
still is.
Yeah, it is still fun. But yeah, I love the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I like that story and everything. It's like 4,000 years before the movies. Mm-hmm. There's like Sith is an actual race.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole like galactic war going on, but between I think they call it the old Republic or just the Republic, and then like the Sith. They're like huge intergalactic forces, not just rule of two. So it was pretty sick.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole story, like Star Wars, is such a cool universe.
It's a cool universe. You get to build your own lightsaber in game. Loved it.
Yeah. If I were to choose, let's see. I don't know. That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Really am a fan of the Clone Wars TV show.
Yeah.
It really is. They did a great job on that show. They did a great job on that show.
That's cool.
I think I've watched the third movie the most because it came out when I was 10.
Yeah. That was my first
8?
That was my first PG-13 movie.
8. Yeah, it was my first PG-13 movie too. It came out when I was 8, actually. 8 or 9. And I watched that one so much.
Yeah, that one was awesome.
But looking back, it's kind of like not the best movie. It's good. It's very good. I like it a lot. I really like number 1.
Oh, okay.
I really like number 6.
Yeah. Who doesn't love Endor? I mean,
yeah, and the Endor battle with the Ewoks, the walkers,
it's so good.
Although
bikes, the speeders.
Number 5 with Hoth, the battle of Hoth.
See, Hoth is also pretty cool, actually. I think I mentioned this before. Episode 5 is like regarded really, really well, really episodic. And a lot of people like it, but you don't realize the bad guys win in number 5. Like, so it makes it an interesting movie. Like, it's, part 2 of 3 or whatever. But if in any normal movie did that, you'd be like, what? Like, you'd be so devastated. And we weren't alive in that time, but I'm sure people were devastated at the end of 5. The bad guys won. Like,
Luke gets his arm chopped off.
They win Hoth. Luke gets his arm chopped off. Like, Han is frozen in carbonite. Like, it's bad news bears at the end of episode 5.
Yeah.
Like, terrible. So, but it's like, it's so good to see that. You see the villains winning, and you're like, oh, man. Like, so when the good guys come back and win in episode 6, it's that much sweeter.
Yeah. Yeah. 4 is good. It's good.
It's good. It's a good intro.
Yeah. I don't think they knew exactly how the world was going to work at that point.
I agree. Yeah.
So there was some stuff like they had their blasters set to stun, which doesn't happen ever again in the entire universe.
In all of Star Wars, yeah.
It happens a couple times in the Clone Wars, but like...
Oh, okay. Because like, this is canon now, so I guess we...
Yeah. So... Yeah, I'd probably say the Clone Wars TV show.
Clone Wars TV show. It's your best favorite piece of Star Wars media. I love
the Clone Wars in general, like the story behind it, and like the clones are so cool.
Yeah, they are pretty funny. I like them.
They're so cool. So, that's my...
Nice.
There you go. What's yours?
The Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Definitely. I played that game a bunch when I was young. And then they came out with a sequel as well. I played the sequel a bunch. I like the story of the first one better because your character has like amnesia and you don't start out as a Jedi, which was pretty cool. You use the old tech of lightsabers, which are just these swords that vibrate like infinitely fast. So they still slice through things like butter. So yeah, you don't start out as a Jedi. You're just like,
proto saber.
They call them vibroblades.
Oh yeah.
But it was sick, and so you have amnesia. You're going through the game. You're there's some Sith lords. You're just kind of like figuring things out. You end up on at the Jedi Academy, and they train you how to become a Jedi as an adult because you're just like, oh, you're really like naturally force sensitive. That's kind of cool. Then by the end of the game, spoilers, the game came out 15 years ago, but you find out you're actually the Sith Lord that you've been like chasing the whole time. You're actually his master. You just got amnesia. It's mind blowing. It's so wild. Darth Revan is your name when you were a Sith Lord. And so, but the game is a role playing game, an RPG. So throughout the game, you make choices of light side or dark side. So like by the end of the game, you figure that out, and you're just like, if you're good side, you're like, oh, this is who I am now, or whatever. But if you're dark side, you're just like, oh, sweet. Cool. I didn't know I was a Sith Lord. Like, you put your mask and your cape back on, you're like, all right, let's do it. So it's cool. It is a really cool story. Just living through that, experiencing that as a 10-year-old boy or whatever.
That is cool. I'll have to play that.
Yeah, it's fun. It's on like phones now, like it's mobile now, which is really cool. I think you could get it on the Switch even.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw that the other month.
Maybe I'll do that, or have Ryan do it or something.
Yeah, it plays like Dungeons and Dragons. It's turn-based combat, but it's all behind the scenes dice rolling, so you don't see it. You'll just like when combat starts, it pauses and you can like issue orders to people, but then like you can just walk up and it'll be like, aha, I swing my sword. And then you wait, and then the other guy swings his sword. Aha! Like, so it's turn-based, but it doesn't feel turn-based.
Sure.
That's cool.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Last little thing here.
Yeah, the last.
I wanted to ask you. We brought up last time I have my gun project that I'm wanting to build.
Yeah.
I'm going to build out my AK.
Yeah, kitted out all.
Kind of finalized that plan and to have it all in a shopping cart. And just
Nice.
buy.
Just waiting.
Yeah. I haven't actually bought it yet because the chunk of change. But
sure.
I want to ask you what your dream gun is.
The
dream gun, or like the gun that you're like, ooh, maybe not dream gun because like, oh, an M1 Abrams tank. Does that count as a gun? Maybe.
Your dream weapon. A lightsaber, since we're talking about it.
Yeah.
No.
But like a feasible dream gun.
Okay. That's fair, because I always like talking about dream cars. I always had like, here's the dream car that I'll never get, but then here's like the car that I would like to have. Mm-hmm. Lamborghini, in case you were wondering.
You're a Lambo fan?
Like Batman. I mean,
yeah.
So that's what I wanted. All black.
That's fair.
And then he totally wrecks it in that movie, The Dark Knight. Oh,
yeah, that was painful.
Because he had to stop a car crash or something from killing Harvey Dent. That hurt me. Just let Harvey Dent die. Who cares?
Would have solved the movie.
Yeah, totally. Just killed Two-Face right there. No, anyway, yeah, dream gun. I had to think about this because I think I even mentioned this briefly last week, but then I was thinking about it some more, doing the research on it. I still like shotguns. I'm a shotgun guy. You can't do as much to like kit out a shotgun as you can a rifle. More or less.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. You could get some accessories. You can get the grip and the shell rack on the side and all that, but get some good sights on there. But I think it's still the Benelli M4.
Yeah.
It's it's like a $2,500 shotgun.
Yeah, more than that now.
Yeah, and then plus all the accessories that you'd want to throw on there. But that gun is just sweet. I've used it in video games. I've seen it in movies. I'm just like, I want one of those one day. I at least want to fire one of those one day. But I would like to own one of those one day.
Yeah.
The Benelli M4. More realistically is probably just a Benelli Supernova. That one's only like $800, $700-800.
Yeah.
Which I've heard is still a pretty good gun. It's more kind of hunting themed anyway. Benelli M4 is like the Marine Corps shotguns.
Yeah.
So
it's like the shotgun to go to.
Yeah. I'm like, maybe I'll join the Marines just to use a Benelli M4. But
yeah.
That love shotguns, always have. I went to scout camp. I didn't care for the rifle shooting merit badge. I got the shotgun shooting merit badge. So
you're a shotgun fanboy, huh?
I do. Yeah, I like them. There's just something about it.
Is it like the power that you feel behind it, like the oomph behind the shell?
It's the masculinity, the power kick that I get. No, but it does feel. I do like the feel, like always 12 gauge, even at scout camp when I was 12 or whatever, 13. And they're like, you're big enough. You're going to have the 12 gauge. I was like, sick. There's just something about it, especially learning to shoot clays. I liked that technique, the strategy, shooting moving targets. I've never been hunting, but that felt cool to me. All the follow through and all of that. And I do like the power. I like knowing every time I pull the trigger. I like knowing that feel. For instance, I have my little 22 rifle, and that's just blink, 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 blink. Like that one, you don't feel anything. So it's fun to like practice for accuracy on that one, but I like the technique of shotguns.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. We should go pheasant hunting.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
We should go pheasant or dove hunting.
Yeah, there's a fair amount like in Arizona. So.
Dove hunting is huge in Arizona. Yeah, pheasant hunting not as much, but there's some reserves that you can it's like a hunting reserve.
Oh, okay, where they just raise pheasants.
Breed pheasants, raise pheasants basically.
That's cool. Heard turkey's kind of fun too, as well.
I've heard that as well.
So
you can go turkey hunting in California. You can go turkey hunting in Arizona too.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's very fair. We should go pig hunting.
Yeah, that would also be sick.
We also were trying to plan that with me and you and Caleb.
We've thought about it. Yeah, heading to Texas and
that'd be fun.
That would be fun. Some wild pigs. They taste good, man.
Yeah.
They taste good.
Be very fun. I'm trying to think of my dream gun.
Dream gun.
This is the problem.
You know a lot about guns. You probably
stupid amount of guns.
Probably have bigger aspirations than me.
Yeah.
I'm just like, ooh.
A little bit. The problem though is that I graduated from a dream gun.
Oh.
Like, I just want this model of gun.
Mm-hmm.
Because now I build my own.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's like, well, I just need the parts to build like any of the guns, right? And so I have a specific gun from someone.
Sure.
And so if I could get like Simo Haya's sniper.
Okay.
I would poop my pants. Or the white feather sniper from Vietnam. I'd poop my pants if I could get either of their sniper rifles.
Okay. So more like as a historical piece.
Yeah,
almost.
Those would be cool. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at this point, where it's like, would I love like
50 cal sniper rifle?
Yeah, like a full auto M4.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, I wouldn't say no. An original Tommy gun would be sick.
That would be cool.
A Thompson submachine gun, a World War II one, an M2 model.
My dad's told me this before. Side tangent. He used to own a store where he would sell people's things on eBay, and he had the chance to like buy a Thompson machine gun, and he didn't. Yeah,
that's so bad.
Yeah, I know. He's like, biggest regret.
Yeah, rough.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. There's some lever guns that I really like that are kind of expensive, like handmade gun. Oh yeah. No, I take all of this back.
All back.
There are
revoked.
Well, not the like sniper rifles from certain people.
Okay.
There are gun companies in England.
What?
I know. It's crazy, right? But they make handmade, handcrafted, custom bolt action and shotguns. Bolt action rifles and shotguns.
Okay.
And each one of them is like hand milled on a machine, on a like milling machine, and you get to go there and pick the piece of walnut that you want for your stock.
Oh, nice!
They engrave it however you want, gold inlay, scroll work, everything. They're gorgeous.
The whole 9 yards, yeah.
They're hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh, I'm sure. That's the experience too. At that point,
but you can go and get. There's one of the companies. I don't remember which one it is. Maybe Purdy. Mm-hmm. Purdy Shotgun, Purdy and Sons. But you buy a set of 4 shotguns.
Okay.
One in each. And they're 4 calibers. There's 410, 20, 12, and 10. Or maybe it's 410, 28, 20, and 12.
28, 20, 12.
28 isn't a super common caliber.
No.
Cartridge here. I don't remember. It's either like the 10 or the 28.
Or they're throwing a 16? I don't.
No, I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's 4 guns, and each one of them is like handcrafted, hand inlaid, and
that's
they like
cool.
have like a special case for each one of them, and they're gorgeous, and that's like the dream.
Yeah.
I want one of those sets.
That'd be cool.
And get to go there and like pick out the piece of walnut or wood, whatever, for each stock.
And then you just like yeah, I'm sure they handle like a dream, but then you can just have them up on a shelf or whatever. They look glorious.
Yeah. Well, and they have lifetime warranty.
Perfect. Yeah, that's
lifetime warranty.
They seem like a service-oriented
100%.
company. So I mean,
because they're meant to be like heirlooms, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, yeah, we want you to shoot these, but also if you get like the stock scuffed up, send it back and we'll refinish it.
Yeah. Like
So
keep it in your family forever. Like
yeah,
make it a trophy.
yeah. So what I want to do is have
Money.
what? Yes,
But
but enough disposable income to buy one.
mm-hmm.
No, but I want to get one for each one of my kids,
Oh yeah, neat.
and then be able to pass it down one for each one of my kids.
Sure,
They
sure.
can do whatever with it after.
That's a really good idea. Yeah.
You know, either a rifle or a shotgun,
Uh-huh.
depending. But
Yeah, and you can just engrave it with like the sharp family crest.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a really sick idea, actually.
yeah. And then have like one a memory of me with them
Oh yeah.
engraved on each one of them.
A specific date or something that was
Like
really
maybe
important.
like their birthday or something like that, but also just like oh, maybe we went sailing one time and it was a really good experience with this one kid, and
Yeah.
put a sailboat on one, engrave a sailboat on.
Oh, that's really sweet. Yeah.
Or like, oh, I really enjoyed hunting with this kid, and
Mhm.
put a hunting dog or something
Pheasant.
on it or whatever, right? Yeah. So stuff like that.
Wow.
Maybe kind of like that's like a goal of mine.
That's really thoughtful. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really cool.
That's like my goal gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the coolest gun in the world. They're pretty cool.
That's pretty cool, though.
But it's not like, oh yeah, full tactical M4 or like
Yeah.
full built that AK-104.
Which you might have, but
Yeah, hopefully.
but the coolest prize,
Yeah,
the family heirloom.
that's kind of like where I'm at now with my guns,
That's sweet.
because I got all the cool tactical stuff
Yeah.
I love it.
So at this point, it's almost the sentimental value
Mhm.
is up there for you.
Yeah, because I have such good memory with shooting with my dad,
Yeah.
and so I want to be able to like
Pass that
pass
on.
that on to my kids.
Absolutely. Yeah, you told me. Oh, maybe save that topic for another day. But like, start them shooting young. Just learn with a little
Yeah.
22, a little pea shooter.
Yeah.
Maybe a BB gun before that.
And
Even
if
like.
yeah, for sure. Even if they don't like guns, like I would be not disappointed, but like, oh, that kind of stinks because that's like one of my things. Right?
Yeah, that you are gonna do anyway. So you'd like to do it
I'd
with
like
your
to do it
kid.
with my kid. But if they don't, it's like whatever. But I think I want them to know about it and like know gun safety.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
it
That's
doesn't
so
matter
important.
if they get banned or anything like that. There's gonna be them all over the place,
Mhm.
and people are gonna have them. So
Just getting comfortable, like being next to one, so you don't like freak out.
yeah.
Is huge. Yeah, as we just said the other day, it was like went to scout camp and learned gun safety with BB guns. Like
Mm-hmm.
that like all translated to real guns. It's it's dangerous
That's
still.
the point.
and yeah, when I got to a real gun, I wasn't freaking out. Like,
No.
and so yeah, I think that was really neat, really important.
Yeah. I'm a huge proponent of gun safety and everything like that, but I think it's one of the things that everyone needs to be taught
Yeah.
in their life is gun safety,
Mhm.
and just to understand like it's just like a car.
Yeah, exactly.
They're exactly like a car.
So
You
they,
can use it for good.
uh-huh.
You can use to provide for your family. Go hunting,
Mhm.
go get food with it,
But
protect your family.
But it is a tool,
It
and
is also a tool that you can cause them damage with
can
it,
be very dangerous.
just like a car.
Yeah,
How many people die from car accidents each year?
it's deadly. Like statistically, it's very deadly
Yeah.
to get in your car and go on the road.
Yeah.
So
The people use guns for bad things, but it's not necessarily the gun's fault. It's the people's fault.
it's a tool.
Just like a car or a knife or anything like that, you can use it to feed your family, or you can use it to kill someone.
I've got less serious ramifications, but similar tool stories of working blue collar. I don't use tools improperly.
Yeah, you almost made a suicide report that one time.
Maybe that one we can save that one for another day. Cliffhanger for next time because I think that would be a funny story to tell. But yeah, I've got a couple.
Your thumb scar.
Yeah. Read labels, use tools properly. They're all dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Tools are dangerous. Doesn't matter what they are used for. So,
absolutely.
anyway, on that note,
On that note,
somber note,
somber note.
hot take of the day. Although we had a couple hot takes throughout this episode, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about doing a gun episode anyway. Gun.
Yeah,
theme.
we'll have to do that.
That's
We'll have to come up with like a couple topics to like
definitely
really go into
gun safety, some training, things like that. Yeah, that's important stuff. So
yeah. Alrighty, well,
cool.
until next time.
Until next time, then. Yeah. Thanks for watching this week's episode of the 5G podcast. We hope you enjoyed.
As always, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content.
We're available on all social medias, as well as you can watch or listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts.
Again, thanks for watching, and we hope to see you next week.
Thanks.